Hey everybody, Marcus here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, so we're still in the Caribbean. We are on St. Vincent. Our cab driver, Litton, took us up to this place. It's called Fort Charlotte. I'm going to spin around. You can see up at the top, they're looking at the cannons and so forth up here. But this down below here is a good place to launch. So I've got the DJI Air 3S. We're going to launch the drone and we're going to get some really good video. This is why you fly drones. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I got the drone fired up and a screen recorder started. Let's take a look at the safety menu real quick like we always do. Bypass is on. Radar map is on. Optimal return to home. We don't need our return to home altitude set that high here, although the drone figures it out for itself, so what am I worried about? We're not asking for any calibrations. And let's take a look at the battery. Looks good as I would have thought it would. We're going to shoot in 4K 60 frames per second, and we're going to give you a look at Fort Charlotte here. So let's start recording now, and we're going to do an automated takeoff on the app. So there's the drone in the air. We just need to do our droning. Let me spin it around here. You're going to see a drone celebrity behind me. Okie dokie. So let's quit messing around here. Let's do our yeah. We got some wires above us. Bob is pointing out, but we're going to do our droning. I'm looking to make sure I'm avoiding other drones because we got a lot of people in the air. Reverse and up now. Reverse and up. And again, Barkley was saying he got some wind warnings, so we're going to be careful. So we're out on this point right here, as you can see. And I'm not going to go out very far. Let's just kind of do a semicircle around. Okie dokie. So let's just do a semicircle around the fort here. I just shut off my, or stopped recording on my action camera. Man, look at this. Look at this. Is this something? And this, I believe was a British fort, and it may have been a French fort at one time. Take a look at this. Is that cool or what? Okay, let's keep on going around here. And of course, all my friends are giving me a hard time because there's a big cell phone tower over here. And you know me, yeah, I like to... I always orbit the cell phone towers, but of course we got to watch for unknown power lines, etc. while we're doing it. But you can see the top part of the fort there, where all the cannons are at. And I know Jay and his wife are up there, and I believe my wife went up there, and Bob's wife Audrey is up there. Let's just move on over, and again I am going to be cognizant of power lines here. Yeah, I think we're well above everything, but take a look at the cannon there. That's pretty cool, huh? So this was a British fort, and then I also I know that they were fighting the French, so I suspect it was a French fort at one time as well. Yeah, I'm getting a wind warning myself now. Barkley warned me about that. But the drone seems to be handling okay, so we're going to take it easy here. So I got to get over here, and I don't want to disappoint my friends. We're going to do at least a half circle around this cell phone tower. So this isn't my favorite cell phone tower, but it is a cell phone tower. So we got to do a little bit of a orbit around there. And look at this, St. Vincent. This is where we're at Fort Charlotte. So let's back it up here. And I'm going to give you a look that you will like here in a second here. We're going to turn this guy around. Let's kind of make it kind of a half circle around here, give you kind of a sweeping view. And again, I'm getting wind warnings. but it doesn't feel that windy. What you're going to see down here is the port, and off in the distance there is the Resilient Lady. That's the ship that we sailed in on. So let's go out there a little ways. So I'm going to take a cue from my friend Barkley. I heard him taking pictures over there. I'm going to do a little pano shot here. So we're going to stop recording now. We're going to throw this guy into pano mode. Pano. And we're going to do we'll do a 180, and then we'll do a wide angle. So let's do a 180 first. We should get some pretty good shots. There's some nice clouds, so this ought to look pretty good. And you know what? I might even do a sphere that I can put then on Facebook. It won't look right in this video. Wait for aircraft to stabilize, it says, so I don't know if it finished or not. Yeah, it's giving me a wind warning. Yeah, so I don't, I'm going to try it one more time. I think it stopped halfway through there. We're going to try it one more time here. It takes 21 pictures. I think the wind is buffeting it around that it stops the panorama automatically. Well, we're halfway through, so we might get through this one. Nope, did the same thing again. So I don't know if we're going to get through that. We're going to switch to a wide angle, and maybe we'll get through that. So let me get aimed again. And we're, like I said, we're getting some wind warnings here. Let's. It's just not stable enough to do this, but let's try this this next one here and see. It only takes 9 pictures, so should be able to get through that a little easier. Yeah, okay, so we got that one. So I think we're gonna not press our luck. Let's go ahead and click. Oh, it's putting it together still. Okay, there we go. So let's click on that again. Let's go back to video and start video. And again, we are shooting in 4K 60. And yeah, let's kind of just move around here a little bit. Kind of give you a look at the city. They got a container port here. A lot going on. I think he told me 110,000 people live on this island. So it's, you know, pretty good sized. They use the Caribbean dollar here for currency. Several of the islands use the Caribbean dollar. Boy, look at those mountains. Volcanic. This is all volcanic here. And you can see we're at 200 feet negative altitude here. So we'll just get, we'll get closer to the mountain, and we'll move up. Yeah, this will look good. I'm going to do a Barkley special and get you a reveal here when we get over the top. So we're going to go straight up on that stick as we come forward. And we're going to go right over the top. I can feel the wind now. I couldn't really feel it earlier, but I definitely can feel the wind, although we're not getting any wind warnings. So straight up over the top of the fort, down the other side. And of course, then as soon as I said that, I got a wind warning. Let's go down the other side here. So we're dropping in altitude down the other side here. And we're just about going to call this a flight. But and that, by the way, that's the container port you see off in the distance there. And I guess they're building a new one. But I want to give you a look at the mountains again here. Is that something? Again, it's a volcanic island. So let's see if we can climb up here. And again, I'm getting another wind warning. So this That drives you nuts. Well, you see that wind warning. There's a little bit of pucker factor that comes with that. But yeah. Okay, let's bring it on back here. And let's take another look at the fort. Again, this is Fort Charlotte. I believe the British built it. And I'm trying to keep a good eye. There's a lot of power lines here, so trying to make sure we're cognizant of that. And they're so hard to see. We're looking at, you look at the little FPV screen, and it's really hard to see them. So that's why I'm staying as high.
Are you flying?
I'm not as brave as Bob. Bob will fly anywhere. Rain, snow, sun. They get a lot of snow in Las Vegas, and so Bob flies in the snow all the time.
115 degrees.
Yeah, it says 115 degrees. So, again, the issue that we're having here is, or at least that I am worried about, is the wind warnings, and then all the power lines here. There's a fair amount of power lines, so want to be careful. So let's drop down here. And let's spin it around here. It is getting a little windy. Pick up the camera as we go. See the cannon up there.
My phone is totally dead now.
That's the light pasture.
Okay. We're gonna go out and we're gonna do a precision landing here. So here we go. We're down to 59% battery. I am gonna do a return to home on the app. Return to home.
Return to home.
Hey Bob, fire that up and see if you can get the landing. Just hold, here, I got it. Here, just that. And then as soon as, oh yeah, it looks like it's already fired up.
Okay, get it in the recorder.
There we go, we're recording. Okay, Bob's got the Action 2 camera, and he's getting a look at our landing here. And it's coming in. Yeah, no, it sees the wires. It knows what it's doing. And you'll see it, you see the drone shadow there. It's gonna turn around and it's gonna hit right on the spot. Feel that wind, look at that. Look at the wind buffet that thing. Boom, on the pad. See, that's the way amateurs do it. They catch it in their hand. The really good guys use a landing pad. Hey, okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that flight. I know I did, and I think everybody else did too. Let me get a shot of Lytton here. Lytton brought us to Fort Charlotte here, and yeah. We would never have found this if not for Lytton, so yeah, that's a good thing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that view. Was this always a British fort, or
British.
did the French ever take it?
No, the British and the French fight.
They fought for it. Yeah, that's what we thought. Those British and French, they're always fighting. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the views. You got to see where the cruise ship is docked down here, and you got to see the cannons and the fort and the really dramatic landscape. So I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate that you took the time to watch this video today, and we absolutely will see you on the next one. We are on St. Vincent at Fort Charlotte. See you guys later.